Hey all, how you doing today? I'm CVMG and welcome back to a little bit more Summon Dragons 2. Today, our journey is going to take us deep into the Lost Valley. We're going to be tackling the Twilight Realm. The Twilight Realm is going to be your main source of dragon trainer material, but it's also going to let you get a bunch of advanced summoning crystals and elite dragon eggs. Upon reaching level 9, you're going to unlock the mythic dragon trainer, which is the highest tier that you could farm here. But for the sake of the video, we're going to go ahead and pump it up to level 15 just so I could show you what's possible. But before we jump straight into it, let's go ahead and check out the tips, because if you have no idea what you're doing, this will at least give you a couple of dragon suggestions. So the main gimmick of this boss is going to be Shadow Spawn Plague. When the poisonous explosion starts, all venom on the ground will transform into dragonlings that will start scuttling toward the circle. You've got to prevent them from entering the circle at all costs. I'll explain more what that means later in real time, but for now, let's go ahead and check this out. First things first, we're not going to be using anything other than SRs, so let's get out of there, Horus. However, this is actually the first team I wanted to showcase, so we're just going to go ahead and slot in a healer. For the sake of some AoE heals, I'm going to put Lily in. Now our first team is a doozy, because this is the team that's carried me through every single point in the game, and it still continues to be my main team today. In the front line, we have Envy, followed by Shai Sarah, Erebus, and Achilles. Envy is just tanky enough to survive in the front line, and his defense break is going to help everybody else deal even more damage. Erebus is an amazing frontliner that summons a few little helpers that are going to deal a lot of damage. Achilles is the greatest of all time. He just simply does immense damage with a ricocheting auto attack, and his summon also duplicates that auto attack. Shai Sarah, if I'm being honest, isn't as good as I initially thought she was, but she's still slotted in just to make use of our dragon trainer. The dragon trainer really is what makes this team shine, because if we look at her special ability, she's going to increase all summons attack by 25% and give them 10% attack speed. None of the Halidome pieces I'm using are too crazy, but the one that actually does take effect in battle is going to be my Time Warp Pocket Watch. So whenever she heals, she's going to get a little bit of cooldown reduction, and overhealing is going to be converted into a shield. But anyways, that's enough talking. Let's knock this out of the park, and I'll explain what's happening as the battle goes on. So whenever it first starts, there's not much to worry about. You're just sort of setting up. You do want to destroy the eggs before the timer ticks down, and then that's going to spawn the boss. The boss has a couple ads just to prevent rogues like Umbriel from tearing through the boss. Now these eggs on the left are on a timer that after expiring explode into some additional units. Now we're going to need one of our damage dealers to turn around and take care of them before they explode. My team just beat this in record time, so I didn't really get to show that off, but we'll throw in another team and you'll get to see it in action. So that was the summoning team with a very fast clear time. We can see that the damage was mostly done by Achilles, so if you're rocking a summoner team, you should have no problem with this. If you did mimic this team entirely and you didn't yield the same results, then it's probably just because you're not far enough in the game yet. A lot of these fights are stat checks, and you're just gonna have to level up. That 50-second clear is definitely gonna cop those limited clear rewards, but let's go ahead and check out another team. This time we'll be forsaking the overpowered SR and trying a new tactic entirely. For the next match, I think we're gonna throw in Albing, because I didn't realize he does a lot of AoE damage. After some testing, I decided he's a super underrated dragon, so we're gonna slot him in, as well as Luna, a crowd favorite. I'm also feeling a little brave, so we're going to throw in one of the lowest tier dragons there is. Come on, Daniel. Show him what you could do. And finally, let's swap out our trainer to Merilith to take advantage of all of these Cornelian mages. I think I'm going to swap out my first Halidome piece to the Deep Ocean Lord, because my mages are going to deal extra damage to debuffed units, which leads me to believe I should bring Envy back for the defense break. And finally, to try and make sure that our damage dealers don't die instantly, we'll see if we could have Lily tank the first explosions. So again, as it starts, you're going to want to destroy these eggs before the timer is up. Okay, now that the boss is out, direct your attention to this puddle down below. This is the poison that deals a lot of damage to your dragons if it reaches you. So whenever those eggs hatch, these tiny mini dragonlings are going to fly towards your dragons, and you need to kill them before they reach them. Like now, they're going to get too close, and once I kill them all, there's going to be a huge puddle that can melt my dragons. Luckily, I killed them before they reached the orb, but you do need to have a big focus on these dragons in the back. You want to kill them before they reach the middle, but if you have a lot of AoE, then they will be taken care of before they reach your dragons. And just like that, that's two entirely different teams with a focus on the S-rank dragons only. My dragon's stats aren't anything extraordinary, but I'll cycle through them just in case you want to check what gear I was using. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this video helped somebody out there, and if it did, make sure to leave a like. Check for my special download link in the description to have RNGesus bless your account. Thanks again, y'all, but other than that, that's gonna do it for me today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.